Hello and welcome to a fresh episode of Soccer Talk with Mumini Alao. My name is Sunday Koiki, your regular anchor. And of course with me, as always, is the man himself, Mumini Alao. Thank you so much for your time.
My great pleasure, Tunde. Thank you for being a wonderful host as usual.
Thank you. And of course, I'm sure you've been watching with keen interest the ongoing civil war in Nigerian football. There's been so many court cases flying to and fro. But yes, sometime this week, there was an NFF Extraordinary Congress which sat down to deliberate peace overtures towards the Chris Giwa-led faction. There was a long communique. Part of the resolutions that were released was the fact that the Congress insisted that henceforth, reaffirmed that no member of the Nigerian football fraternity should take football cases to a civil court, that anyone who does so will be summarily expelled from Nigerian football from the date that the case was filed. And part of the conciliation movement included lifting the ban on Ambassador Chris Giwa and his collaborators on the condition that they withdraw all existing court cases in all civil courts. And part of it also was the fact that they were going to reabsorb the Giwa FC that was relegated due to contravention of LMC laws a few seasons ago. Yeah. It's all hunky-dory, all nice and good, but you get the impression that there's I don't know what to say, but like you said, things change pretty quickly.
In fact, that's going to be my first comment, because even before we finish this program, a lot of things will have happened again.
Very true.
But let's deal with the facts as they are at the moment when we are speaking. I think what the PINIC NFF, even though they are the only ones recognized by FIFA? But we can't run away from the fact that we have a faction called the Giwa faction.
Very true.
And so I think what the PINIC group are trying to do, is just to find a way of resolving this, civil war, as you put it. And from a neutral viewpoint, we shouldn't have any problem with that. They say, blessed are the peacemakers.
Yes.
For they win the kingdom of God. But the danger there is that this could be a very difficult precedent. If somebody who has gone out of his way to take, of course, Giwa knows that he shouldn't have gone to court in the first place. He's a member of the football fraternity. He knows everything has to go to FIFA and maybe from CAS, which he has done.
Yes.
And because he failed, he now reverted back to the
civil courts.
So we are setting a dangerous precedent, because now people can copy Giwa's book in future. So look, let me go and harass them at the civil courts. They will call me for reconciliation. But today, as I said, let's go along with the peace overtures. But my problem is, I don't think Giwa will accept the peace overtures.
I mean, it seems very clear. We're going to unban you. We're going to reinstate your club. It seems he's probably getting everything that is wanted except the mandate of being chairman of the Nigerian Football Federation.
And for Giwa, that is the main objective. And I don't see him winning any election against PINIC if the NFF is still constituted the way it is at the moment. PINIC will definitely defeat him if he accepts all the overtures and decides to even, contest a fresh election. He's not likely to win. So his best bet is to wait on this outcome of the civil court, for the court to say, look, all the 4 years that PINIC has had as president
were illegal,
and Giwa should have his own full 4 years tenure. I think that's his best bet of having that seat. And incidentally, he's enjoying the support of the sports minister so far. So why should he abandon ship at this time?
How would you respond to those who say that all this really has no bearing with the interest of Nigerian football or Nigerian football fans?
But is that not obvious to all of us?
Well, these people say they want to serve, that being on the board of the NFF comes with no benefits, that they don't draw a salary. No. These are the things that we are told.
They should tell that to the boss. Today, you and I know, about the packs, in that office, and that's what's making. Why don't we have this kind of rancor in so many other sports associations where there's no much money available? And that's another reason why the sports ministry doesn't want NFF. That's why they don't want them to let go. Because it is football that brings the biggest money from the Federal Executive Council to the sports ministry.
Actually, the Nigerian Football Federation is the only football federation that is established by an act of parliament.
Exactly. So I think the issue of the act of parliament today, maybe we can leave that for another day, because in my opinion, all this PINIC, Giwa issue, the civil war as you call it, we've seen similar scenarios before now. Even as far back as the days of Galadima, Maigari the last time, and so on and so forth. I think
Sani Lulu.
So the only way we can find a permanent solution to this recurring civil war, lies in that NFF statute. We need the legislature, the Senate and the House of Rep, okay, to completely forget about this Decree 101 so that Nigerian football is run strictly on the NFF statutes. That way, nobody will have any reason to go to the local courts anymore.
And it will also mean that way, the NFF will have no reason to go to the federal government to ask for funds.
Well, that will be neither here nor there, okay? Even if they are not...
But they've shown capacity in
They've
that
shown
regard.
capacity, but what I'm trying to say today is that in spite of that, the federal government will still have a responsibility to support sports in Nigeria.
But it will be a statutory one, like being,
maybe not, because if you look at the World Cup, if you look at the Olympics, all the countries that do very well at these major events, they get a lot of funding from their governments, one way or the other. Okay, so the fact that we are saying NFF should be weaned away from the sports ministry does not mean that they will still not have, right, to get money from government if you have to participate in the World Cup or the Nations Cup, for example.
So, in your opinion, this peace is not true peace?
I don't think so, Tunde. And as I said, even before this program, is concluded, something else will happen. I don't think Giwa will accept the peace overtures from the NFF.
Well, we're watching with bated breath. Something has to happen in order that we can save Nigerian football from what seems to be an endless amount of strife. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Soccer Talk with Mumini Alao. Many thanks to Mumini Alao himself.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And more importantly, many thanks to you for watching. We'll see you some other time. Bye-bye.